Hello Mount Ashland family, this is Hiram Towle, General Manager here at Mount Ashland. And today we want to give you a virtual walkthrough of the construction that's going on this historic lodge. And we also want to take the time to thank all of you, our supporters, donors, and our guests for all of the help that we've been given to make this project a reality. So come on along with me and we'll give you a tour of the lodge and let you know what's happening here up on the mountain. So here we are in the basement. You probably remember that this was full of lockers. The center that I'm standing in here, this was our scooter room for the young kids who were here for lessons. We had some offices out here in the back and what we called the boot room. This has been all demoed out and this is all new framing going in for the offices and the scooter room that will now be out back. Where I'm standing now is where you'll be fitted for boots if you're renting skis. This will be the new rental shop. It's good to know that this is a very substantial project. These are not small projects, they're big projects because they're addressing big problems. One of our big problems is having our guests have to walk across the windiest point of the Siskiyous to get their rental gear in order to get over here to the beginner slopes that they belong on. So this is going to be an amazing difference for those new skiers and riders, and this is where it will all happen. So the convenience of guests coming and being able to buy everything they need for a fun day on the hill can all happen in the main lodge, which is absolutely best practice in the industry. So here you get the sense of entry that you now have when you enter the lodge. If you recall, there was a half wall that came from here over to this post. So when you came in, you were met by this angled wall that kind of stopped you from going forward and you were forced to the left here. Now the lodge will be more open and welcoming. This is the kitchen that has recently been demoed. There'll be a new wall that will be placed here to enclose the kitchen, and the service will happen around the other side that we'll show you in just a second. So where I'm standing right now is where you will, in the future, order your food. So there'll be a service counter right here. There'll be 2 points of sale where you can order food. Menu boards will be placed above, and an area to pick up food off to the side here. Now the wonderful thing is all this open space is going to allow us to queue up lines like we haven't been able to before. If you recall, we were shoving people into one narrow corner, having them order their food and pick up their food in the narrowest point in the entire cafe. So this will be a remarkable improvement. So here's the central staircase that's taken up a very large portion of the main floor here for a number of years. This is going to be completely demoed, so this entire middle area will be opened up for seating. The staircase will then move into, this is the Palma enclosure, so it will move into the Palma enclosure. You'll enter the stairway here, go up to a landing, and return back up to the second floor here. And this is the pride and joy of the entire project, of these two enclosed decks. This is going to provide an additional 1,000 square feet of dining space and is going to be a really wonderful place to spend your day. We're going to have these windows soaring from the floor to the ceiling. We're going to give you views of the rim of Crater Lake out this way, and off of the Juliet deck out here you'll have views of the mountain. So here we are outside of the new Juliet Enclosure. This is definitely going to be a popular spot because no portion of it is taken up by stairs like the Palma enclosure. So this will be all for seating, and again we'll have amazing views out onto the mountain. The interesting thing about the lodge is there's this talk of it was built in the wrong orientation, and so we really didn't have great views out of this side of the lodge. So now you'll be able to sit in this new enclosure and take advantage of those views as you're eating or spending time with family and friends. So here we are on the second floor. You can see this is the Juliet Enclosure. The nice thing about these new enclosures is they're not going to be two-story. They're going to be open all the way to the ceiling, from ceiling to floor, and there'll be railings so you can actually look out into the enclosures. It will be open to below. And here you can see some changes we made to your bar. We've removed the entryway that was kind of stifled the movement in and out. It kept people from flowing in and out of the bar effectively. So this comes out. The half walls that were here before have been removed to open things up and get back to the open look of the lodge that we had many, many years ago. removed all of these ceiling panels so that we can look up at these beautiful roof structures that have been hidden as you were in the bar. So now the folks in the bar get the same kind of experience as the folks out here on the second floor. So here we are mid-demo on the bar proper, if you will, where the bar top is. This bar top will be replaced with mahogany. We have someone who's donated a mahogany bar top for us, so we'll be making some improvements in here, including painting this floor to ceiling. This used to be a drop ceiling with acoustic ceiling tiles in it, and it just was very claustrophobic in here. It felt small. And when we revealed that this was all beams and the original tongue and groove flooring from above showing, we figured the best thing to do is to open it up and let folks see what's been up there all these years. So this will be the new look of the bar, and of course we'll be tidying up electrical and putting on a fresh coat of paint on everything, including the ductwork. So this is going to be a new experience for folks, and can't wait for folks to come up and see it. So here we are in the old rental shop that will become the new locker lodge. As you can see, once all the equipment was moved out, plenty of room for a lot of lockers. So you'll see locker pods running in this direction with big 6-foot benches between each one. One of the issues with the lockers in the basement was, A, it's incredibly cold and damp in the basement. B, you're standing on concrete floors and rubber mats. And the heat and the light was just not all that good. So really quite an improvement coming over here into this building for our locker renters. We were able to preserve the original lockers. We were looking to upgrade and do all new lockers, but there was an outcry from our folks who have rented lockers for years that they really appreciated the larger lockers that were made of wood, because they could actually customize them to their own liking to fit all their ski gear. We had one fellow who said that he has stickers in there that he'll never be able to replace, so we're proud to say that we took extra time in removing the lockers from the downstairs of the lodge so that we would be able to preserve that little piece of history for our locker renters. So here we are with just another angle of the new locker lodge. To give you an idea of what you're going to experience when you walk in. This will be all opened up. The upstairs, there's a small lunchroom up there that we're going to try to put a little bit of effort into cleaning up and making ready for our guests, so that folks that want to ski in and out of here because their gear is here, they'll also be able to return here for lunch and spend time with family. We also have our race teams and others. Many of them have lockers. It'd be a nice place for them to assemble in the morning. Okay, so to wrap things up, just want to put a huge thank you out there to the Karen and Sid DeBoer Foundation, all of our business partners and all of our donors and our guests who have stepped up to make this project a reality. We're at just over $1 million in fundraising right now, which is absolutely stunning, but there's still a long road ahead of us. We still have another approximately $600,000 to $700,000 of money to raise, and we really do rely on our community for that support. So if you like what you see today and you haven't made a donation, please go to mtashland.com or contact us at the Washington Street office in Ashland, and we will help you to leave your legacy here at Mount Ashland. And thank you very much, and we'll see you